You're tuning into Black and White Sports on YouTube. The no-holds-barred truth on sports. The main event starts.
All right, Black and White Sports supporters. Well, we got some actual news in here involving the WNBA, CBA. And, of course, there was a big meeting on Monday that all kinds of things came out of, like the fact that certain people just didn't bother to show up. And, of course, in the day after, we got some very interesting slides that emerged by way of a WNBA owners leak. And look, I don't believe that they just put it out there. They turned it over to ESPN. It got put out, and it was because, hey, the owners understand that there's a large section of sports fans that are on the side of the owners, which is unimaginable, to be honest. But they want people to see what it is the players are turning away. And after years and years of not getting paid any real money per their mouths, the owners are showing everybody they are turning down a massive amount of money right now, as well as a very interesting, I think it was a 37-point outline of things they're trying to address in the CBA. And of course, it had been 6 long weeks. It was a 6-long-week winter. There was snow, there was ice, until they finally got a new proposal from the WNBA owners. Well, that proposal came late last night. It came last night from the owners to the players. Now, what that proposal is exactly, I don't know. Was the slides that were put out to ESPN, Ramona Shelburne shared those slides. Is that the new proposal? Because we all saw that gargantuan pay bump based on league growth that was in there, where it took the max salary from like 1.81 or 1.87 million in the final year of the CBA up to 2.4 for the max salary. And it escalated salaries up to $1 million for the average player by the end of the next CBA. Was that the new proposal? Or is this a new one? Is this one we haven't got the details of yet? I'm sure the Players Union is going to share this. They're going to put this out at some point, I would guess. Maybe not. So here we go. It came Friday night when the WNBA submitted its latest proposal to the union. A source told ESPN, confirming news first reported by the Associated Press, that ended the more than 6-week wait from the Players Association for a counteroffer of its last offer. It wasn't immediately known what the new offer entailed, so we don't know yet. We don't know. Speaking earlier Friday, WNBA Players Union President Nike Ogumake said significant work remains for the season to start on time, but she remains confident games will be played in 2026. Hold on. I don't love the wording of that. Games will be played? Look, if you're only going to play 20 games, then forget it. Just close the whole thing down. That's not what fans want after watching. Number one, look, 3/4 of all fans are tuning in for Caitlin Clark. And after seeing her have to deal with the injuries and everything and only seeing 13 games last year, nobody wants to see 20 games from this league. We want to see every game played. We don't even want to see preseason games lost at this point. Quote, I know the players 100% want to play this year. She said in a wide-ranging interview with the AP, we want a season. Before receiving the latest proposal, Ogumake said the league and the union were not close on key issues such as revenue sharing in an effort to strike a new CBA. The season's supposed to begin May 8th, but an expansion draft, free agency, and rookie draft also need to happen before the league tips off. Agumake said once the revenue sharing is solved, the rest hopefully will fall into place. Quote, we made the point that once we nail this, we can get everything else done. I'm sure, because who wouldn't want 30% of gross revenue? I mean, Adam Silver has made it clear that is not going to happen. That it's not financially viable. Under the league's last proposal, not the one we're talking about, not the newest one, the players would receive in excess of 70% of net revenue. Though that would be their take of the profits after expenses are paid. Those expenses would include upgraded facilities, charter flights, 5-star hotels, medical services, security, and arenas. Got to tell you, if the players are not going to back off of that 30% gross, I think this season's over. I mean, I just think that's where we're going. Now, I said yesterday in a video that the union leadership met with Athletes Unlimited, their players, because they got players that are in the union playing for that league. Quote, I actually like the fact that we've had these 6 weeks now still waiting for a proposal. It's given us a gift of time. And so, in December, after the strike authorization vote, we were able to meet in Miami and talk to players. Having the strike on the table is something we're very much aware of, but there's so many more conversations that have to happen. It would be a horrible, we talked about it, a public relations nightmare if they call a strike. Knowing how much money they're leaving on the table, oh, man, that would look awful. Whether, I know a lot of people don't like to have this brought up, but of a league that's never turned a profit, a player strike will look ridiculous. It will look absurd. I mean, wow. So if the league was to ever come back, is anybody going to care? The damage that, these players are not thinking about the damage that was done to Major League Baseball at one time because of a work stoppage. It took years for the league to be able to bounce back. One could argue that was the passing of the torch from Major League Baseball to the NFL. Because the NFL had the Major League Baseball had a work stoppage. It killed the World Series that year. And then it took about 5 years for fans to start coming back. It took the McGuire, Sosa, Bonds home run record chase that was epic, but it took that many years to get fans tuned back in, and guess what? The ratings never did come back. Major League Baseball was a ratings juggernaut, and then that work stoppage happened, and that was all she wrote. The NFL passed them and never looked back. I mean, you're just now getting eyeballs in the WNBA. And again, who blames the owners for wanting to make sure all of this is real anyway? They better heed the warning from fans saying, hey, we don't want to see Caitlin Clark have this shit beat out of her. If this keeps happening, we're going to tune back out. How them advertisers going to feel about that media rights deal if that happens? Tell me what you think. Peace. I'm out. Till next time.
Thanks for watching the show. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Be sure to tune in next time on Black and White Sports.